stop pretending like I know everything.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means you're a big, stupid jerk and I hate you!
You're totally conceited, totally cocky, totally boring waste of good oxygen.
Ciao all, Thomas here. We return to our journey of RWBY Volume 1. You know, I have to say it does feel a bit nice and cozy going back to the old volumes of RWBY. It's like opening up a time capsule and going, ooh, certain parts of this are better than I remember. And then other parts are, oh Jesus, Lord, what is that? But I'm still excited about this journey. I still find this to be a very cathartic, almost weirdly healing experience so far. And if you guys enjoy it, then I say, why not continue it? I think especially it's going to be really interesting looking at how the earlier volumes stack up against the later volumes now with all of the magic of hindsight. I will say I really like all of the future technology they have in RWBY. I wish they went a little bit further with it, but I really like the contemporary feel with just a slight air of fantasy and futurism.
This is it? Capital of the realm of magic's most enchanted city in the universe?
Well, what'd you expect?
I don't know. Dragons, unicorns, rainbows, giants, flying brooms?
But that's all fairy tale stuff. This is the real world.
Oh, poor Jean. Ooh, girl. Honestly, I get motion sick. I used to get real motion sick as a kid, and then for a while in my teenage years, it stopped. And ever since I've been driving, it came back. If I'm not the one driving, I'm screwed.
She's got a fire sword!
I see none of the weapons she's talking about are on screen so that we don't have to animate them. I'm sorry. I see a cheap trick like that, and I have to call it out.
Of course I'm happy with Crescent Rose. I just really like seeing new ones.
I really like this awkward, almost antisocial RWBY. She's cute.
Why would I need friends when I have you? Actually, my friends are here now. Gotta go catch up. Hit you. Wait!
Who are you people?
My shadow friends who are nameless. So I have an excuse to not talk to my sister. Yeah, sure. Okay. I will say, for as nice as the character designs are, the backgrounds are quite drab. Ugh. The trees and grass look so lifeless. Ugh. Hi, Weiss.
Who is this gangly freshman talking to me?
What are you, brain dead?
I see you're here to deliver our exposition on dust. I guess the opening monologue wasn't good enough. Okay, I guess that was kind of cute. And also a neat way to introduce Blake by having her catch the thing.
Thank God.
I'm really sorry. You complete dolt.
You know, I really missed bitchy Weiss. I enjoy her causing conflict because conflict is interesting. Hi, Blake. I miss you being moody.
Weiss Shani, heirs to the Shani Dust Company, the same company infamous for its controversial labor forces and questionable business partners.
What?
Snot girl, I think you dropped something. My jaw.
The absolute shade at the SDC is giving me life. She's like, BT dubs, your family sucks. And Weiss is like, I know. And Blake's like, but do you agree racism is bad? And Weiss is like, I've got to go.
How dare you assume things that are entirely correct?
Blake, why are you walking towards the helipad? Have you just already given up on your time at Beacon before you've even started classes?
You're not having fun? Then just leave.
Imagine Blake's like, I don't like these people. I'm dropping out. And it's not even the first day yet.
Hey, I'm Jean.
Aren't you the guy that threw up on the ship?
Hi, Jean. I'm going to do my best not to be mean to you. Not right off the bat. You know, their friendship is cute. It does just feel like Jean is a more defined character than RWBY. Like, more effort went into him than her. And that makes me sad.
Is that a scythe?
It's also a customizable, high-impact sniper rifle.
A what?
It's also a gun.
Oh.
I still really wish that RWBY got to help Jean, like, craft his weapon. Or at least add gadgets and gizmos to it because she's a weapon nut. I think that would have been a really cute way to re-emphasize that, but also elaborate on their friendship. I do kind of like that Jean's outfit is just regular clothes, like jeans and a hoodie with like cheap looking armor. I think it really shows that he is way out of his league.
When I get tired of carrying it, I can just put it away.
Wouldn't it weigh the same?
Yeah, it does. It's a hand-me-down. My great-great-grandfather used it to fight in the war.
I wish they went more into like the arc stuff. Like, I don't know, your family is supposed to be a line of great heroes. So like, what are some of their accomplishments? Are they here? Like, are they from Vale? How do you not know about Aura? Yeah, Beacon is really drab, I must say. I like the holographic barriers up in the stands though, but a lot of gray and mud colors. It's not very pretty.
Where am I supposed to find another nice, quirky girl to talk to?
Oh, hi, Pyrrha. I miss you and I love you, and I wish you were more than a crush on John.
Does that sound like something you want?
Yes.
Well, let me tell you, you'll never get it.
You know, I have to say, I don't mind the shadow people. I think it's pretty obvious because of the rest of the animation that they're, you know, to save on time and energy and money.
Insufficient funds. You ain't got no money. Woo.
But like, I think stylistically, if the show had stronger art direction, I could see this being pulled off quite well.
And I felt really, really bad, and I just wanted her to stop yelling at me. You! Oh God, it's happening again!
Not dust for dummies. Do you just carry those everywhere you go, ma'am?
Well, yes.
And we can paint our nails and try on clothes and talk about cute boys like tall, blonde, and scraggly over there.
Don't get any ideas, John. Do not try it. God, I love mean Weiss.
Well, really?
No.
But I look amongst you, and all I see is wasted energy.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
Like, Osmond's speech here is so mean and condescending for no reason. My good sir, what the hell? This is especially weird because the rest of his personality through the show doesn't really feel congruent with this.
Knowledge can only carry you so far. It is up to you to take the first step.
We have no time for your proverbs, Uncle.
And like, it doesn't really have anything to do with what the characters are going through right now.
I'm a natural blonde, you know.
I swear I will beat you down if you come within 100 feet of us again!
Oh, Jean, you think you're funny. That's the worst thing a man can do. Well, no, we'll be here for 17 hours. I'll stop myself now.
Let's generalize about men. Let's generalize about men.
I don't think Dad would approve of all the boys, though.
I know I do.
I do love the idea of Yang being a heartbreaker. Personally, if a character is associated with like fire or the sun, I just always automatically read them as Bipan. Ruby's little like grim eye mask, along with her pajamas, the little heart that's in the shape of like a grim face. It's so cute.
A letter to the gang back at Signal.
Friends at Signal? Girl, what friends? You're a nerd and a loser.
Girl. This girl is delusional.
Pretty sure Weiss counts as a negative friend.
You just made one friend and one enemy.
I have a nemesis.
Blake's nightgown is so cute, oh my god. Also, is that candle supposed to be a reference to Lumiere?
Candelabra.
Beauty and the Beast looking ass.
Are you speaking to moi?
Blake immediately is just like, I wish I was dead.
I like your bow. Thanks. It goes great with your pajamas.
I wish we got more Ruby and Blake friendship.
Well, let me tell you, you'll never get it.
Why are there so many chandeliers in this room? Jesus. Surely we'd only need one or two.
Nice night, don't you think? Almost as lovely as this book that I will continue to read as soon as you leave.
Blake's snark and just don't socialize with me. I'm living for it.
What's it about? Huh? Your book.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
And Ruby immediately shifts it by asking a question about the book. And I love that because it shows that Ruby does want genuine friendships and connections.
Unfortunately, the real world isn't the same as a fairy tale.
That's why we're here. To make it better.
I think that's really cute, but also I'm gonna need a little bit more from you, Ruby. Like, I think that's a very sweet and innocent motivation. And I do love that for her because, you know, she's the sweet, simple, honest soul who just wants to make the world better. There's no ulterior motive about it. But I'm also like, could it also be, you know, something to do with your mama?
Do you have daddy issues? I don't even have a mom.
Neither do we.
Mama.
I can't hear you! It's too dark in here!
Blake taking out all the light with her one candle. I know it was just for dramatic effect, but it would be so funny if that one candle was lighting the whole room. I'm like, Wow, Lumiere has a lot of wattage. Jesus. You know, the characters are a lot, meaner than I remember. Mostly Weiss, Blake, and Ozpin. I'm liking the character introductions so far. I feel like it's giving us a decent view of their personalities. But I can already tell, like, the art direction is kind of lacking as we go along. And I am kind of like, can we pick up the pace a little bit?
Wake up, lazy bud!
Hey, queen.
I do love a perspective shot. Nora, my queen! I am a Nora stan. If you dislike Nora, get out of my house.
What if we bribe that master? No, that won't work. He has a school.
Oh, they're really cute. Nora's just plotting and scheming to be with her boy. Icon, pink icon. Ren isn't even annoyed by it. He's just like vibing.
Nora,
Yes, Ren?
I don't think sloths make a lot of noise.
I think he just really likes Nora's presence, and that's enough for him. I think that's cute. Also, I really like that Monty voices Ren. I think that's a little neat cameo. Monty's voice was very, like, soft, and I think that kind of works for Ren, actually. It's very smooth.
I don't need people to help me grow up. I drink milk.
Shout out to the Got Milk campaign. I'm having flashbacks to elementary school. Am I clocking how old I am?
Maybe you should try being on someone else's team.
Oh my god, what is that? Oh my god! What is that?
Are you implying that you do not wish to be on the same team as me? Maybe it would help you break out of your shell.
Yeah, I can't really tell what Yang's up to. It feels like they want her to be overprotective of Ruby, but also distant from her and wanting her to stand on her own. And it's like, you can't have it both ways. Or if you do, you have to acknowledge that contradiction and make it interesting. But it kind of feels like they're just swapping whichever conflict they want for whatever jokes they want to do.
Maybe we could be on a team together.
Well, that sounds grand.
Hi, Pyrrha. I love you and I miss you every day of my life, and you deserved better.
The smartest girl in class combined with the strongest girl in class. I can see it now. We'll be popular.
Popular. You're gonna be popular.
Weiss, you don't have to plot and scheme world domination just to befriend Pyrrha. You could just admit you're a lesbian.
Lesbian. Lesbian.
You know what else is great?
Nice to meet you, Jean.
Yeah. So,
I think you should die. I think I should kill you.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, Rajan being all flirty is making me hate him a lot more than I remember hating him. Oh, Pyrrha, sweetheart, please raise your standards. Please, God.
I think the teams are comprised of 4 students each, so...
you don't say. Well, hot stuff.
Y'all be weak in the knees. Stand up! Stand up!
Okay, you know all the sexism that Sokka had to unpack? Can we unpack Jean's, please? Instead of just pretending it doesn't exist? Because right now, he's feeling sleazy and gross. He sounded like he listens to Fresh and Fit, and it displeases me.
My dad said all women look for is confidence.
Fuck you, Jean. I'm glad your father died.
She's on the front of every Pumpkin Pete's Marshmallow Flakes box.
That's you?
Sadly, the cereal isn't very good for you.
Okay, the Pyrrha celebrity angle is something I wish they did more with. And I mean, they do technically have the internet because, you know, the scrolls and stuff. I wonder, do they have social media on Remnant? If so, would Pyrrha count as an influencer? What's that like? Has she ever been cancelled? Well, I guess if she lived past Volume 3, she would be super cancelled.
The toxic gossip train.
Well, I guess being killed is also a form of being cancelled. This got fucked up real quick.
I'm sorry.
And I do it again. And I do it again.
We should have a counter for every time Pyrrha says sorry. Pyrrha, stop apologizing challenge. I really like the little nod to her semblance by her like telekinetically pulling the spear back to her hand. That's cute. That's cute. Ruby's like, my best bro is an idiot. You know, he's my best bro.
Each of you will be given teammates today.
What?
Ruby's like, oh no, teams? As if she wouldn't know. I don't know. I feel like it would be ingrained if all of the Huntsman Academies have teams of 4, that it's common knowledge. Especially like, girl, your parents were in teams. Your parents' whole team was one giant Huntsman polycule.
The first person you make eye contact with after landing will be your partner for the next 4 years.
I will say I am very sad that they're not doing this in Forever Fall. You already had a cool, unique forest design, and you traded it in for a generic, ugly green forest. They're not even pretty shades of green. It's like barf green. Ew. Like, I don't even think it's the animation that's the problem. It's the goddamn art direction. Like, the trailers were so immaculately directed art-wise, but this doesn't really have any of the flair or style. of the trailers. This just feels like generic modern fantasy show. The designs feel so out of place with these backgrounds. I am alarmed.
Did you hand out parachutes for us?
No. You will be using your own landing strategy.
Although, I do love them being launched or catapulted into the forest, possibly to their deaths. I think that's how I would run a school. I'm a menace, if you couldn't tell. Not because I think it would help them, but just because it amuses me, especially if I'm having a bad day.
What exactly is a landing strategy?
Please die. Birdie, no! I won't give up now.
Oh, poor Birdie. Two theories. One, that is a baby Nevermore that is a child of the later Nevermore who is a mother longing for revenge. Or that was Uncle Crow and now his back is forever destroyed and that's why he has a hunch and took 2 volumes to show up. Or 3. Whatever. The landing strategies are all very cute. I liked Ren's little spiral down the tree trunk. Yang is just setting the whole forest on fire casually, as one does. Weiss using her glyphs. Pyrrha's is fucking iconic for the goddamn history books.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping.
Immediately, you know she is a well-seasoned warrior. You know, I'll give her this. Terrible taste in men, but she does go for what she wants, and I must respect that.
I'm sorry.
Require more. I say this all the time. Require more from people.
I'm not gonna lie, that got me. That fucking got me. I fucking love Pyrrha, man.
Gotta find Yang, gotta find Yang, gotta find
Yes, RWBY, keep making cat noises. I'm sure you'll find Yang and not Blake. For no reason whatsoever.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
You know, we never saw Blake's landing strategy, and I'm very upset about that. I don't know. I think it would have been cool seeing her use, like, the ribbon on Gamble Shroud to do her landing. I now pronounce you lesbians.
No. Wait! Where are you going?
I'm sorry. It's just really fun to make that joke. I don't know why. It might also be that just that the word lesbian is also a fun word. Personally, I don't ship White Rose. I think it's cute, but it's not one I'm crazy about. But I do love their friendship and dynamic. So, you know.
By no means does this make us friends.
You came back!
Weiss is like, my options are annoying little doofus in red or dead meat.
Have any spots left on your team?
Very funny.
Oh, the little forever fall leitmotif. That's so cute. I'm going to just say that's Pyrrha's theme. Pyrrha might actually have her own leitmotif that I don't remember, but you know.
I swear if I get a bad grade because of your... What the...
Not the little velociraptor arms. RWBY has earned velociraptorix. Winx survivors, you know what I mean.
You're gonna be like, wow, that RWBY girl is really, really cool. And I want to be your friend.
I do like that RWBY is really genuinely trying to be friendly towards Weiss. She's like, if we're going to be stuck together, we might as well get along. Also, her zipping and zooming and leaving all the rose petals is so cute. I love that.
RWBY?
Oh no. Oh no, a PNG. Weiss's mortal enemy.
RWBY!
He's like, hello, have you heard the good news about our Lord and Savior, Salem? Okay, cute so far. The characters are quite fun, if a bit archetypal in kind of one note. But you know, there are glimmers of promise in here. I can see why this gave young me mental illness.
Hello?
Hello. What was that?
Not an ominous figure in the trees. Blake, why you gotta be so dramatic? As if I wouldn't do the same thing.
I see you, Ruby Rose.
Hello?
I'm getting bored here.
RWBY, is that you?
Nope.
I really miss Yang just being so super lighthearted and funny about these things. Like, she's not being snarky like, oh, great, it's a monster. She's like, oh, well, that's odd. Anyway, I'm gonna punch you now.
You guys wouldn't happen to have seen a girl in a red hood, would you? You could just say no.
Are you implying that you do not wish to be on the same team as me?
What? No.
1 hour later.
You guys wouldn't happen to have seen a girl in a red hood, would you?
Her personality is just so much fun until you fuck with her hair.
You two couldn't hit the broadside of a...
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Haven't y'all listened to the 4Kids Winx intro? Look all you want, but don't touch the hair.
Look all you want, just don't touch the hair.
Unless you want to end up in the hospital. Why am I picturing a giant Ursa in a hospital bed now and Salem's at its bedside? And the IV drip is like filled with grim ichor. Fan artists, get on it. You know what to do.
You want some too?
What an intro. Yang is just like, and from that moment, I knew I liked cat girls. Meanwhile, Blake is just like, okay, she's cute, whatever, it's fine. I love that Yang puts on a whole show to kill a Grimm, and Blake's just like, I just stab it, and then it's over.
Remember your training, Weiss.
A few moments later.
Oh, Weiss, I get that you're trying to be thoughtful about this, but you gotta trust your instincts also.
You attacked out of turn.
Out of turn? Girl, what do you think this is, a Final Fantasy game? I do like that RWBY and Weiss really suck as a team right now. They're not in sync at all. They have a lot of potential, but their approaches are completely different. Weiss, you know this was all your fault, right?
I'm just surprised that someone that talks so much would communicate so little during an encounter.
I don't see you communicating. Well, I mean, you are communicating now, but like yelling.
Lesson of the day, kiddies. Kill trees to save our air. After all, trees cause global warming.
And drugs.
And teenage pregnancy. The more you know.
I do love RWBY just angrily slicing a tree. That's very funny. Oh, Nevermore Feather. That's ominous. Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
Gunfire. It seems some of our comrades have encountered the enemy.
Not her speaking like a goddamn soldier. Jesus.
Sorry. Do you know what aura is?
Of course I do.
Dear dumb ass, every thought in your mind is dumb. Every word you speak is dumb.
The fact that he doesn't know what aura is pisses me off so bad. Yes, I know everyone and their mother has bitched about this, but let me have my turn. Like, girl, aura... Your family's full of warriors and you want to be a huntsman, but you don't know what aura is. Okay, sure, whatever.
I pray that the world is against you.
Aura is the manifestation of our soul. The manifestation of anonymity. It's not about understanding, it's about knowing. And by bearing your soul out as a force, all of our tools and equipment are project yourself and your soul when fighting.
And yeah, pure speech is pretty, but like, we don't need flowery exposition for this. You could just explain what aura is simply, and that's it.
It's like a force field.
You may start to notice people spending a lot of energy trying to tear you down. Take it personally.
I mean, at least it's paired with the King Taijutsu fight, so you're not completely bored out of your mind. And this fight does slay. I really like seeing Ren's fighting style here. I feel like Ren's weapons always come off as weak, especially in the later volumes. Like, it feels like his guns don't really have a lot of weight or power to them. But I like here where he's using the blade parts to stab into the snake while shooting. Also, the King Taijutsu being like a two-headed black and white snake. Iconic as hell. You know, this kind of makes me wish we had more like white Grimm. I think that'd be cool.
I'm gonna do a magic trick just for you, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
See, aura was at its best when it was just a passive thing that we didn't feel the need to over-explain, and it was just so we could have cool fight scenes. The moment we tried to like make it do more was the downfall. Okay, but that was so cool. I kind of wish Ren's semblance was that weird like Zen thing where he charges up and then strikes. I feel like that would be a lot more interesting than the semblance they introduce later.
I release your soul, and by my shoulder protect thee. I used my aura to unlock yours.
Okay, so has she unlocked aura before? Is that a thing you can just learn how to do? I mean, I guess that's cute because the aura is a metaphor for his potential as a huntsman.
The energy that protects you now is your own. You have a lot of it.
Now, I'll let him have this, even though I'm still annoyed at him.
I still don't think that's what a sloth sounds like.
I can't. Get out.
Nora and Ren are so cute. I wonder if Nora just hung back and watched Ren fight because she's like, look, my man is hot when he fights. Okay? If he needs me, I'll step in. Otherwise, I will simply watch.
I don't care what his transcripts say. That Jean fellow is not ready for this level of combat.
Is that supposed to be foreshadowing about the transcript thing? Because if so, I hate it.
At least I'm not pretending like I know everything.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means you're a big, stupid jerk and I hate you!
You're totally conceited, totally cocky, totally boring waste of good oxygen.
I'm really enjoying this conflict between RWBY and Weiss. Weiss is so iconic when she's mean.
I'm not bossy. Don't say things like that.
Girl, you have the boss babe walk. You bossy.
Stop acting like you're perfect. I'm not perfect.
Not yet. Okay, James.
The not yet. Ooh, like Weiss is just so focused on like being the best she can be that she's losing sight of herself, but also just being completely ruthless to make herself feel better.
Think this is it?
Okay, this little ruin is cute, but I'm also like, what is this place? Like, was this a temple to like a god or a spirit or something? The little arrows on the ground make me think of like the 4 cardinal directions, maybe? I need to keep myself from inventing lore. I need to stop myself right now.
I'm not sure this is it.
Could you at least humor me for maybe 5 more feet?
You are not brilliant. You are not strong. You are alone.
Could you not be a dick, Jean?
Do you feel that?
Soul-crushing regret.
Absolutely not. Not me. Certainly not I.
How about a cute little pony?
Sure.
Blake's like, oh no, she's cute. I do like them being chess pieces though. Interesting they're all black and yellow instead of black and white. Not the accidental snark.
It's not like this place is very difficult to find.
Meanwhile,
That's the relic! Gotcha!
Thank you! Some girl's in trouble.
That was funnier than it should have been. Oh, Volume 1, your comedy is still iconic. Okay, this introduction of the Deathstalker with like the glowing stinger, iconic. I'm impressed he didn't get stung doing that though.
Now let that shit just mutilate her white ass and leave.
I'm kind of impressed that he's still managing to hold on. And right as I say that, he gets yeeted.
Karma's a bitch.
The Grim designs are very cool though. The main body being black, the white being the skeletal armor parts, and then the red markings and yellow eyes. Oh look, it's Team RWBY colors. Imagine that. Imagine red, white, black, and yellow mattering in the palette. Part of me kind of wishes the show limited itself to those 4 colors, just because, like, you know, those kinds of limitations breed innovation. And I think it would be a very visually striking aesthetic for the show. It would kind of force you to go, okay, how do we make this work and keep environments still distinct? Maybe that kind of art direction would help, I don't know.
What should we do?
And RWBY falling from the sky. Okay. Yeah, it's weird because like RWBY and Weiss encounter the Nevermore off screen. We don't see how they encountered it, basically hitchhiked on it, which is very strange to me. I wonder if they had that scene, but then they cut it for time. It just feels very like jarring to have no explanation for what the hell they were doing that led to this.
You don't even know me.
2 very boring minutes later. Flashback.
Why don't we just jump? What are you, insane? Oh, you insufferable little brat!
End of flashback.
Okay, RWBY abandoning Weiss. Okay, that's funny, especially with the little voice crack for Weiss. I wonder what this game looked like. Like, where was the Nevermore? Was it just snoozing and they slowly approached it and woke it up in the hopes of riding on it? Why? Like, maybe to get an aerial view of the forest? I really would have liked to see that scheme, though.
Hey, did you hear that? What should we do?
Did your sister just fall from the sky?
Meet the young lady who fell from a star.
Definitely a good entrance. Not for any part of your body, but, you know, for impressions.
It's broken.
Only Nora would be psychotic enough to take down a frickin' Grim and then use it as a vehicle. I guess RWBY and Weiss did that without the killing it part.
I'm queen of the castle. I'm queen of the castle.
Nora!
Oh, she's so cute. I love her so much. I do love, like, just observing all the psychopathy around her and just, like, unfazed by it.
Did that girl just ride in on an Ursa? Did she just run all the way here with a Deathstalker on her tail?
Thank you.
Catherine Obvious.
Meanwhile, Yang is just like, I'm losing my grip on reality.
Kira! Ruby!
Ruby? Yang! Nora!
Donkey!
Can everyone just chill out for 2 seconds before something crazy happens again?
12 seconds later.
How could you leave me?
She's gonna fall.
She'll be fine.
She's falling.
I mean, were y'all falling to enter the forest in the first place? If you can't survive this, maybe you don't belong at Beacon. I will say, I do appreciate that every time Jean tries to be, like, smooth, life punches him in the face. And the ribs.
No!
My hero.
Not Pierre getting her ass whooped by a goddamn scorpion.
Great, the gang's all here. Now we can die together.
Not if I can help it.
Yeah, you failed!
Okay, Ruby, what was that? Normally, you're such a better fighter than this. Oh, this is just sad. You didn't even try, girl.
A few moments later.
Don't worry. Totally fine.
Ooh, okay, the Reign of the Nevermore Feathers is actually really cool.
Milkcakes!
And immediately, Ruby's like, I was told not to go for a cape, and now I see why.
Nobody listens to genius. Ruby, get out of there!
I mean, Yang, I don't really think those should be able to stop you if you wanted to save her. I'm just saying. Although, nice move for Weiss saving Ruby. I think that shows that she is a nice person.
I can be a bit difficult, but if we're going to do this, we're going to have to do this together. I want you to know I can do this. You're fine.
Okay, that was cute. I like that. You know, I feel like if we got a wider shot of like the stinger being frozen, it would be easier to understand what the fuck just happened. Oh, that animation was rough, girl. Ooh, jeez.
Our mission is to grab an artifact and make it back to the cliffs. There's no point in fighting these things.
Do I hate it? I don't. I mean, I don't disagree with the strategic retreat if they know they can't handle these things. But it is also kind of like odd knowing that they will fight them and they're like, we mustn't fight them. I mean, really, it was just like, we need a cooler arena for our fight. Yeah, their running animations are very weird. I'm running. I think it's like a lot of them are like so hunched when they run. They look like they want to do a ninja run, but they don't have their arms back to do that. So they just kind of look like robots. I love her little rocket launcher. It's so cute. And the fact that it's pink with a little heart, it's so Nora. I appreciate everyone working together like this, especially like Weiss getting Nora out of there. I wish we got more unusual team ups like that. Okay, these ruins are really cool. What's up with these? What are these from? Are these from like an ancient kingdom or something? Yeah, I think it's really cool seeing who ends up where, because you already kind of know who the teams are going to be. So you're like, I wonder how everybody gets into place to form their teams.
Move, I'm dead.
Nora getting them across with the momentum of her hammer is everything. And then Blake being sent to her death and then saving herself with her goddamn ribbon. Icon, legend, moment. I've never really been all that impressed with her shadow semblance. I always thought it was like too reactive. Like, it's not really all that impressive to me, but I do like it in cases like this where she uses it to like change her momentum.
I'm a bad bitch, you might kill me.
Oh, their weapons all doubling his guns is so cool. The sound effects are also perfection. Everyone, use your cool anime jumping skills. It's also so cool seeing the way that they use their guns to basically propel themselves upwards, like to change their momentum. All right, Juniper fight time. Oh, yeah. Weaken the stinger so we can chop it off. Yes. Oh, right in the eye. Oh, dear. Oh, poor Ren. Yeah, I think out of all of them, Ren's probably got the least stamina.
Pyrrha!
Done.
Such a good move.
Nora, nailed it!
Heads
And again, Pyrrha using her semblance to call back her weapon. Oh, that was fabulous. That was utterly fabulous. And Red Like Roses Part 2, because this must be a music video now. I think something I really appreciate is how well the fights are synced up with the music in these first few volumes. It really just adds to the weight and the impact of the strikes when they're in sync with the beats. If that Nevermore lived, it would get real bad heartburn. I'm just saying. Ooh, Weiss pinning it. Nice one. Her glyphs are so cool. I kind of wish they were explained on how they worked, especially because I remember getting into the show, I was like obsessed with like what color glyph does what. And it's kind of obvious that the creators don't even think about that. It's inconsistent as fuck.
Of course you would come up with this idea.
Think you can make the shot?
Can I?
Of course I can!
The girls work so well together. And time for our most iconic shot. If you're not running up a cliff to behead a giant demon bird, are you even an anime girly? And all the rose petals coming out? Yes. Excellent.
The arms of this big world.
This shot of everyone's reactions as we zoom out is everything. She's so talented. Team times!
Russell Thrush, Arden Winchester, Dove Bronzewing, Sky Lark. You will work together as Team Cardinal.
Death to all of them.
I will say the Team of Four thing is cute, and I do like the way that their initials come together to form the team name. However, this also means that for every new character, they need a team of 4 accompanying them, which is not going to help the cast bloat. Certainly not.
From this day forward, you will work together as Team Juniper.
Side note, for the longest time, I never knew juniper was a shade of green. I knew it was a color. I always just assumed it was like a pink or a purple, like a lavender thing. It's green? Why is it green? Well, juniper's also like a tree or a plant, isn't it?
Fucking idiot.
Led by Jean Arc.
Huh? You know, I guess I don't mind Jean being the leader. He does coordinate them all. I will allow it. This once. Team RWBY! The girls who it's all about. Allegedly.
Led by Ruby Rose.
I remember thinking, I'm about to beat this bitch up.
Weiss is so gagged. Aw. You know, I think it's nice that Ruby and Yang are on the same team, but they're not like partners. I think that helps them to stand out a bit on their own and form friendships outside of their sisterhood. I think that's a good idea. The moon transition ate, it did. Oh, hi, Roman. I still love you.
King of my heart, body and soul. Oh,
you know, I support women's wrongs, and I also support beautiful men's wrongs. I hate that the Lien looks like Monopoly money. And by hate, I mean I love it.
Open it. We're gonna need more men.
What will he do with the dust crystals, you ask? The world will never know, because they're gonna forget about it soon. I do appreciate the little map of Vale. That's handy. Foreverfall was that close and we didn't use it. Fuck y'all. So yeah, our teams are formed. I will say, as much as I enjoy the characters, they're definitely not as, like, memorable as I remember them being. It feels like something is just lacking overall. We spent so much time focusing on like Jean and Pyrrha specifically. It felt like RWBY and Weiss's story got glazed over. Like there was a little arc there in Weiss like warming up to RWBY and saving her, but it felt like we were missing vital pieces to get RWBY and Weiss to that point.
How could you leave me?
12 seconds later.
But if we're going to do this, we're going to have to do this together.
So I am confusion.
It didn't feel like the story was centered on it, and Yang and Blake didn't really have anything going on. They were just kind of there, vibing, which I mean, good for them, but like, I would like a little bit more. And I think overall, just in the direction, like the art direction and the style, the fight at the end was cool, but a lot of the other fights just kind of felt very, janky, very choppy. And the Emerald Forest also is just not a very impressive location. It's not. This doesn't feel like it lives up to the trailers like at all. I feel like there are echoes of the trailers in here, but it just doesn't feel as impressive, which I think is a warning for the rest of the show. But now with our teams formed in the first half of the volume, the back half of the volume is going to be us learning how to work together. Allegedly. It's going to be a shit show, I'll tell you that.